Aries, this is Stella. Welcome to your September reading. If you are brand new, welcome to Love Evolution. And if you are returning, welcome back. I realize the light is sort of fading right now. I've actually tried to do your guys' reading like 3 times now, and the first time it wouldn't upload, the second time the sound wasn't right. So here I am again. So if you are new, all of my readings are done with the intention to, to provide you with the messages, clarity, and insight that you need to make the choices that are most aligned with your highest good moving forward. All of our, highest good, the path of our highest good is different for each person, right? I like to explain it as if, if this earth is an organism in and of itself, then each one of us is like a cell within that organism. We each have a unique purpose. We each have a special skill set and a unique role to play in the well-being of the whole, right? So throughout this reading, when I say, in all my readings, when I say my intention is to help you align, that's what I mean, okay? Align with that greater flow. And what's really amazing is that when we do that, we not only discover that, we start to live our own highest life. We start to realize that our own unique skill set is actually perfectly suited for our highest dreams, right? Our biggest goals, the things that we want for ourselves most in life, right? We're perfectly suited for it. And not only that, not only does it serve our own, lives, but it serves the greater good as well, right? So my readings are always focused on helping you realign with that intention. It's one thing to know that and need a reminder every once in a while, and it's another thing, it can be, life-changing to realize that that you do have a specific purpose. Okay, so all my readings are done with the intention to help remind you of that, and I'm so grateful for all of you because sharing these messages is part of my higher purpose, and you all enable me to live that out, right? To express that purpose. And so as I continue this journey and as I connect with more and more of you, it just becomes, more clear every day that this is truly what I'm supposed to be doing, and I couldn't ask for anything more. So I'm so grateful that you all allow me to do that, and it's always my intention to inspire you towards your own purpose. I'll go ahead and use the same analogy from the previous video, but when I was meditating on your sign, I always clear my energy and tune into yours. And this is, of course, for Aries, sun, moon, rising, really anywhere you have it in your chart, the sign of Aries, the energy of Aries. I get the image of, it's like 2 rams, right? And they're just charging into each other. If you've ever seen or ever been around goats or sheep even, they have these amazing, massive horns, right? And these like huge, strong skulls. So 2 metaphors in that, headstrong, right? Being very headstrong, and also that sort of energy of not like combative, but bravado and strength, really butting up against something. So is there something in your life this month, Aries, that you are you feel like you're just butting up against it, and perhaps you are mentally running into some obstacles, or perhaps you are, we just had Mars go direct again. And over the past few months, we've also had all this retrograde energy. We've had like 5 or more major planets in retrograde, as well as all these eclipses in the last 3 months. So all of that has brought up these realizations, right, of what's not working in our lives, what is not aligned, what does not serve our goals, right? And now that we come into Virgo season, we're figuring out how to restructure our lives and our internal landscape to fit those new realizations, right? To readjust, to reorganize, both physically and mentally. And then, of course, with Mars going direct at the very beginning of this month, you guys, you're feeling that, we're all feeling that push of energy again, that masculine forward Mars warrior kind of energy. And you guys are very connected with Mars, and so it makes sense that it would hit you more strongly, right? So with all that said, as always, the main part of your reading is done with the Morgan Greer Tarot. Your challenge and solution is pulled with the Chrysalis Tarot. And when I need clarity, I pull from the regular Rider-Waite. And at the end, I pull your overall guidance, an Archangel guidance card for you. The Archangels carry wonderful archetypal energies, right? So peace, love, strength. And they are a wonderful format, a wonderful way to tap into those energies. And then also your power animal or your animal totem for the month. So without any further ado, Aries. Aries September. What does Aries most need to know? And as always, this reading is going to show the energies, what's influencing you, what you need to know, your internal influence, and what does Spirit, want you to know so that you can make the best choices for yourself. So right away, Queen of Pentacles coming up, and Three of Cups. So Three of Cups is about eating, drinking, being merry, celebrating with friends, good food, good drink, going out, just enjoying life with those that you love and your close friends. And again, with that Mars and then the Chariot, with that Mars energy direct again, coursing through your veins, you've got reason to celebrate. You may be feeling more confident, more like you're wanting to go out and interact with the world more than perhaps the past few months. The Chariot is all about what I was just talking about, taking those realizations we've had and harnessing them moving forward. So harnessing the painful parts of life as well as the positive parts of life, and picking a goal and using both of those, the dark and the light, right? Black and white horse, really taking the reins, okay? And driving yourself into the future that you want, okay? So balance, using all of your experiences to benefit you moving forward, okay? And then we got the Queen of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign in your life, a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. And, Queen of Pentacles is all about receiving. So receiving financially, receiving wealth. It's also a very, do you see how the leaves in this card are turning, right? So as we leave August and move into September, we are coming into the time of not only fall, but harvest, right? So like reaping the financial rewards of all of the work that we've done throughout the previous year. Combine that with the earth sign, Virgo season. It's just about, if you think about summer as a time of bounty, then as we move into fall, coming up towards winter, the change of the seasons, the balance moving forward, like the chariot, the equinox we're coming up on, balance between darkness and light, right? It's all about taking all those resources that we've had, right? And now we're organizing them. Now we are prioritizing. Now we are setting up our physical routines, daily habits, and also managing our resources in a way that's going to get us through the winter, right? If you think in the past when people had to really, September was when you were gathering the crops. It's when you were reaping your harvest and then preparing that food to last you throughout the winter, right? So, if you can take that metaphor and apply it to modern life, it's managing all of the bounty and all of the harvest, and figuring out, okay, what do I really want out of the rest of this year, and how am I going to use, what I have and what I've, my resources, what I've reaped so far to get myself to that goal, and then even moving forward into next year, right? The only card that is in reverse here is Justice. So it also came up in your other reading, but it was upright. So, perhaps feeling like some aspect of what's going on isn't fair. Tower halfway. So, I won't go into it because there's a reason why I needed to do your reading over, right? Spirit wanted some other message to come through for you, but I will say the previous reading was all about sort of like an aspect of ego dying, right? Ego death, an aspect of your old self, your old beliefs, in light of certain realizations that you've had, realizing that, your experiences are a lot bigger now than your old container. If your beliefs are how you structure, if they are the structure or the lens through which you see the world became much larger than your lens would allow for, okay, if that makes sense. And so there was a need to let go of certain parts of yourself or certain beliefs you held, and it was all about kind of being in the middle of that process of you're realizing you have to, or, something has happened that has proven your old beliefs wrong, and now you're in the place where you're forced to create new beliefs that support, you moving forward. So obviously that reading was actually like a lot darker than what's coming up here, but I will just say with the Tower coming out this way, it doesn't know if it wants to be upright or reverse. So for some of you, it's about major realizations coming in and just kind of like washing away your foundation from underneath you, right? Your beliefs, your structures. Could be in your physical life too. And for others of you, that process has already happened, and now you're ready to move forward, but I think you haven't quite harnessed both of these horses. They're still going in different directions, right? Part of you is still feeling one way about something, and part of you is hopeful, but you haven't been able to harness those two parts of yourself to pull you in one solid direction. It's almost like cognitive dissonance, So we'll see what the cards say. Challenge and guidance, please, for Aries. Challenge and guidance. Okay. Okay. So, in the recent past, and then some love going on. So, in the recent past, a decision you had to make, okay? You are very reluctant to make it. It has to do with your material, physical resources. So, it could even be like one job over another. Or do I go this way with my career, or do I go this way? Do I stay in a job where I am making money but I hate it, or do I risk going out and trying for something new? It's a choice, and both choices will affect your material resources and your physical life. But in the reverse, it's like a choice you don't want to have to make, right? So perhaps you were resisting making that choice, and then bam, here comes in this tower going, nope, something's got to change. And you have been out drinking and being merry. You are analyzing how you're going to move forward, but there's also an aspect of you that's just feeling like it's not really fair, you know? Um, and then we also got the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is about, in the traditional tarot, it's about being so upset that you don't realize, the good that you do have around you. It's like universe is offering you, see the hand of God offering this cup, this emotion. And traditionally, it's a man sitting like this, and he's so closed off, right, that he doesn't see what's being offered to him. But in this deck, in this case, it takes on a positive meaning of more, an emotional offer from somebody. And rather than being like one good thing you're holding on to, it's just adding to your bounty or your happiness, right? You already have quite a few things that make you happy, and then here comes in this other thing, and Three of Cups, Four of Cups. So, it's just adding to the happiness that you have. You're feeling like it's not fair in some way. I'm going to pull a clarity on what this choice is for you, because Eight of Cups, so walking away from something. Can I have a clarity on this Queen of Pentacles? That's it. The Magician. Okay, so a lot of you are creating this wealth now, and you are receiving abundantly. It's almost like, the Queen is obviously a feminine energy. She is the co-ruler, right? Feminine energy is all about receiving. So you could even be receiving like a gift of money, or somebody giving you, a financial heads up, a financial start. But even more than that, it's like you're really, really focused on manifesting financially, okay? And you realize that you have all the tools, and you're starting to do it, You're starting to really manifest it, and you're starting to really receive all that harvest, all the results from your hard work, and on top of it, eating, drinking, being merry, an offer of possibly love, but positive emotion, and focusing on moving forward. But we also have this thing that you're having to walk away from, okay? All these cups are emotions. This person has lined them up, said goodbye, turned around, and walked away, right? Perhaps this is a realization that happened during the last full moon, at the very end of August, or even during the eclipse, the very beginning of August. Any one of the eclipses. See the sun, see how the moon is sort of overshadowing the sun? Okay, so during the eclipse, you were faced with this choice you didn't want to have to make, about walking away from, and then here we have the Lovers crossing you. So what relationship are you walking away from? Or what is challenging you in terms of passion and relationships? Did you have a lot of passion with somebody, but you realized that it was negatively affecting your material resources or your ability to work, and so you've had to let it go? Or you were with somebody, and they provided, it's like together you had a lot of material resources and obviously emotions attached. But for some reason, this realization has happened and you're having to walk away. Okay? So, in the recent past, you were faced with a choice you didn't want to have to make. You're not feeling your power presently. The Emperor is all about analyzing. Saturn, getting things done, doing the things that you need to do in order to, be responsible in life and take care of all your responsibilities. It's also being very analytical. The Emperor is not only like a king, right? He rules a whole realm. So he makes decisions based on his intellect, right? He plans things out. He's very logical about it. And then he gives orders, and other people carry out his decisions. So in the reverse, it's almost like you're feeling a little bit ineffective. You're feeling a little bit um, out of your power. Perhaps this could even be that like butting up of heads. Like it's not strength reversed. It's not necessarily that you're not feeling confident. It's just you're feeling like the decisions you're making or like your ability to organize and make real, lasting, impactful decisions is in the reverse, okay? And what's crossing you is the Lovers. So, is there some love situation going on that, is affecting your money and is affecting your, it's almost like career love, and one is affecting the other, and this has led you to this choice you've had to make. Can I have a clarity on this Lovers? Ace of Wands. Maybe this is a new love coming into your life too, and it's causing you to feel a lot of inspiration, a lot of motivation, okay? But for some reason, you're feeling ineffective and unable to sort of be in your power, okay? Can I have a clarity on this Emperor as well, please? Three of Wands. Yeah, okay. So Three of Wands is all about examining your future, okay? This man has turned his back squarely on the past and he's purely focused on the future. He's already made a plan, right? What does my future hold? And now he's just about to take the first step towards that new future. This is coming up for the Emperor. So it's almost like realizations happened. Everything actually looks very good in love. Financially, you've got, money and things coming in, but something's going on. You're also not feeling in your power. Like, are you in love with somebody? And because of that, you're feeling inspired, you're feeling in love, you are being offered something that you're not quite sure if you want to take it or not. You're being offered emotions from somebody else because you have been going out and enjoying yourself. But then here you are and you're like, well, wow, if I pursue all this passion I'm feeling, like this is a card of lust and passion. Meeting somebody and feeling like, oh my gosh, this could be my other half, lust, passion, love. So it's almost like you're set in your ways, you're doing well financially, and yeah, like, and then this love comes in and you're going, you know, it's almost like distracting you, love on the brain, like those rose colored glasses. And because of that, you feel ineffective. You feel not able to make clear decisions. You feel not able to, make clear and analytical decisions in your life, right? And you're also, because of that, analyzing your future. It's all good stuff, but it's like, well, geez, how is my trajectory? How is my future going to change if I accept this love? This love is lustful, it's passionate, it's great, and it's inspiring. It's giving me the opportunity for a brand new start. This is motivation, beliefs, ideals. Perhaps you've been one of those people that just, you've been working, you've been in a phase where you've been working on yourself, working on your financial gain, and now bam, here comes in this love. That's a whole nother realm, right? That's a whole nother, you've been dealing with the physical, the tangible, and now you have to deal with emotions and passion, right? So it's offering you a whole new way of being, um, a whole new focus for motivation, a whole new source of motivation and new beliefs. Can I still be this effective person in business and in what I do if I take on this love relationship? That's really the question here this month for a lot of you, Aries. And that's what you were faced with in the past is, do I take on this new relationship or do I not? Because either way, it's going to affect you, physically. If you don't have this new person in your life, maybe you're lonely, but you continue to make a lot of money. But if you do accept them in your life, are you still going to be able to be as successful as you are? Can you manage career and love? Can you harness it moving forward? And you've had this big realization that's kind of, it's not knocked you off your feet, but it's shaken your foundations for sure. Okay? Why you're feeling like it's not quite fair, um, I'm not sure, but the other part of that could just be like you're really weighing your options, and you're really weighing your options, and you want to take this new emotional offer. See, Four of Cups again, only this time it's reversed. This is what I was talking about. See how he's so closed off, he can't see that universe is offering him a whole nother cup, right? He's already got three in front of him. This is like throwing a temper tantrum, right? So in the reverse, it's about seeing clearly that this is being offered to you and wanting it and being open to accepting it, right? But it's paired up with justice reversed, so you're really weighing it. You're stalled. You're having a hard time making a decision. Does this balance out? How do I balance my life with both love and career? How do I, with this person and my other goals, how do I make it work? You've been manifesting. You are the magician. You've been manifesting and you have all this financial abundance coming in, you know? So this is really like an internal kind of issue. I'm going to pull an internal and external influence. I don't often do this with these general readings, but it's very interesting. It's a definite, toss-up between financial, physical life, and emotions, okay? And of course, as a result of that, new beliefs that are coming in. New beliefs, new motivations. Obviously when love comes into someone's life, that's a strong motivating factor, right? Internal, external. Wow. Like, it doesn't get any clearer, okay? And then bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. So, you've been working on making all this financial, this is like a card of production, right? Stacking up the coins, you know, pounding them out, just doing all the work so that later you can take these coins and cash them in, right? But there's not a whole lot of creativity in this card, right? It's kind of just like one after the other, just doing the work, doing what needs to get done. This is what's influencing you from, subconsciously. It's like the lower, the more earthy energy of what's influencing you. Internal influence, Queen of Cups. Whether you're a man or a woman, accepting emotions, receiving emotions, being whole and balanced in your emotions, drinking from a full cup, right? The Venus, like beauty, love, Venus, all of those, the energy of love. Internally, this is what's going on. Externally, what's going on? Do you see this man? He's in a field. He's a farmer. These are all the coins, the crops, if you will, that he's planted. He's done all the work. He's planted the seeds. He's tilled the rows. He's weeded, every day. He's watered them every day. He has grown all these crops. And he's finally looking out with his, backhoe or whatever that is. He's looking out and he's going, wow, it's going to be a fantastic harvest this year. Coming into September, coming into fall, I'm going to have a really fantastic harvest. But there's still a lot of work to do, right? He's got to cut the crops. He's got to sort them. He's got to separate the wheat from the chaff. He's got to package it. He's got to market it. And then he has to take it and actually sell it, right? So internally, you're really looking at this love situation, but externally, you've got a lot going on financially and work-wise. You've been manifesting a lot of money, a lot of material wealth, and now here comes this love, and you're going, oh my gosh, like it's almost too much, right? It's almost too much. Are you beating yourself? Are you being too headstrong, and are you butting up against yourself by not allowing this brand new cup, this new emotion to come in, right? Everything points to it being beautiful and wonderful. Passion, emotion, lust with another. And then paired with that, we have inspiration, new values, new ideas. It's almost like if you were to take on this love, it would not only be taking on a new relationship for you, but it would be opening the door to the possibility of a new way of looking at things, a new belief, a belief that says I can have love and a great career. Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's not just a person. It's not just one person. It's actually you opening to the door to the possibility of accepting love again, and being able to balance it all moving forward. I mean, I see nothing challenging you. On your mind, Aries, we've got the Nine of Swords. You're feeling bound. You're feeling restricted. These are your own thoughts or the thoughts of others or opinions of others. Perhaps someone is challenging, or perhaps someone has planted a seed in your head that tells you you can't have love and a great career. You can't balance it all. And you're feeling really restricted. You're feeling really bound. Perhaps this whole idea of love is making you, it's causing you to like shrink back a little bit and go, well, what if it restricts me? What if it's actually, rather than accepting this beautiful offer that's being offered to you, you're looking at it perhaps like it's a ball and chain, right? Because subconsciously we have the devil reversed, okay? So the devil is all about the physical ties, the things that hold us down. So I'm going to read this two ways. Number one, if you have a career that consumes all your time, if you've been putting all your time into work, subconsciously you realize that it's kind of chaining you down, right? It's causing you to be bound. It's like a ball and chain weighing you down because you're almost like tied to this work that you're doing, or this belief that you have that that's how it has to be, that there's not room for all of it, right? Weighing your options and not wanting to move forward. And the other option, the other way you could see it, is your subconscious being scared as hell that this love is going to actually be a ball and chain for you, right? But in the reverse, it's about freeing yourself from that, okay? So one way or another, it's like you may not be aware of it, but subconsciously, your subconscious is holding some belief that that you're wanting to free yourself from. Either that or just being like subconsciously you have some belief that you're deathly afraid of being chained to someone, like ball and chain. You feel like a new relationship isn't actually a brand new wonderful beginning, right? A new beginning, a new motivation, a new way of being, a new emotional offer that could bring you more happiness. You actually have this belief that you feel like it's going to hold you back in some way. So you're reluctant to accept it. You're feeling the passion, you're feeling the motivation, but you're like, I don't know. I don't know how to balance it. I don't know how to balance it. Therefore, I don't know if I want to take this offer of emotion that someone's giving you. Okay? So subconsciously, you're not wanting to be held back. Ball and chain, you don't want any restrictions. And then mentally, it's manifesting consciously as feeling restriction on your mind. Gosh, I don't want to be bound, right? So it's saying the same thing. And what this is telling me, and tying back into the other reading about ego death and about needing to expand bigger than what your beliefs currently are, right? Life is handing you an opportunity that is larger, arguably better, okay, and full of more happiness and more abundance than your current beliefs allow for. Your current beliefs it's different for everyone, okay, but it may be something like you can't have it all. You have to choose, career over family, or a relationship is like a ball and chain, right? It's restricting, or I can't be fully me if I'm in a relationship with another person. Those are beliefs, just examples, okay? It's different for everyone. But say that's your belief. That's a container, right? So it doesn't allow you to experience anything else. And that's why your subconscious right now, whether you're aware of it or not, those beliefs that are buried in your mind, that, like, if you want to look at it like in computer terms, like your operating system, right? You're not aware of it all the time, but it's in the background running, right? And it's saying, don't get tied down, don't get tied down. We don't want that ball and chain. So your beliefs are not large enough for what's happening because you're being offered this passion. You're feeling this passion with somebody else, and here it is right here, a brand new beginning, a new belief structure, new motivation moving forward, new fire, new motivation, new beliefs that serve you in the best way possible. Okay? And because of all of that, here you are, because you've got this pull and tug, this cognitive dissonance between you're wanting more, but your belief structure is not going to allow, your current belief structure is not going to allow you to have it, right? Three of Wands, these are your new beliefs. And saying, okay, I adopt these new beliefs. I'm going to step out in faith, right? Fire element, spirit, faith. So what do you want that future to look like? So how do you go about, and then look at this in your future, okay? 10 of Wands. What are Wands? They are beliefs. They are values. They are ideals, okay? Do you see how this man is struggling to hold all of these? These are all your old beliefs. So there's a need to lay them down, all right? And it's in reverse. So what is the opposite of laying something down? Picking something new back up, okay? So I'm actually really happy I redid this reading for you because the previous one was all about this ego death. Part of you, your old self, your old container dying, okay? And needing to adopt new beliefs, new values. So, but it was a lot darker than this, and the whole dichotomy between financial and love wasn't as clear. And so that's why we had to do it again, because this is an important message. I mean, why would you not go after passion, right? You might even be like butting up against your own head, right? You're pounding yourself in the head because you're so headstrong, and you're going, you might even realize it. You're going, well, why am I having this resistance to this beautiful attraction I'm having with somebody? Nothing has gone wrong. Why do I have such resistance to it? Why am I feeling so anxious and like worried about the possible negative consequences when all it's been up until now is wonderful, right? It's because your old beliefs don't allow for it. So, how do you go about fixing that? You pick a larger goal, okay? You pick a larger goal for yourself, a larger vision, okay, of what you want the future to be. And then you step out in faith. You allow it to happen. And as you continue to walk down that road, okay, say you give it a shot with this relationship. As you walk down that road, because you have set your intent, because you have set your goal so much larger than what you currently are, every step you take along that new path will reveal to you more and more why you can have your goal, right? Universe will rise up to meet that goal. It will show you over and over again that yes, you can do it. This is what you're visualizing. This is what you're going to get. You're that powerful, okay? But you have to be like brave enough to dream it, right? And you don't always have to be so decisive. You don't always have to know everything, right? Sometimes, especially with things like love, right, that aren't tangible, they aren't concrete, they're emotions, that can be scary for you. You're the most like earthy of the fire signs, I would say. You guys really like to do things. You're all about yourself and your sense of self. And so anything that challenges that, or anything that doesn't fit within your container, right, is very difficult for you guys. And that's part of your karmic lesson, is what you're here to learn. It's part of it, to expand yourself, right? That process of growing in self, reaching a pinnacle, and then having an experience that is larger than that and that shatters it, right? And then having to rebuild, having to pick up and instill new beliefs, having to lay down the old beliefs and pick up new ones, and reimagine what we want our future to look like now with these more and greater possibilities, right? So that's where you're at, Aries. Um, your challenge is the 10 of stones. So again, the 10 of stones is the 10 of pentacles in the traditional tarot. It's all about your combined wealth, okay? Your wealth with somebody else. So if this is a scenario where, you have a lot of wealth with somebody and you're realizing something has to change, you've got this new passion coming in. You're having to walk away from some emotional attachment, okay? But not necessarily the wealth. Um, the 10 of Pentacles is also like the pinnacle. It's when you can look around and go, I have everything that I need, okay? So while your beliefs are being challenged, and in the recent past, having to walk away from some emotions, okay? It's your challenge. Universe is challenging you. It's also difficult for you, but it's what universe is asking you to do. To realize that at all times you have everything you need. Even if you pursue this new relationship and you're worried that perhaps it will slow down your financial momentum or your physical momentum, perhaps you won't have enough, or perhaps somebody else will have more than you, right? You're very competitive. You're butting up against your own beliefs, and there's a need for faith here, okay? Faith that you will always have enough. Faith that what you have is enough. Faith that there is more than enough in this universe for you, and universe will always provide for you. The only thing that can get in your way is your own belief that you don't have enough, right? Or that you can't achieve it or attain it. So that's what I'm saying about expanding beyond your container. If you have a belief that says, I can't feel this kind of passion, this kind of love, and maintain the wealth that I have, that's a container that you need to let go of. And you need to realize that you do have enough. Take a look at your life. Can you look back and think of any time when you really literally didn't have enough, right? Have you ever not been able to get the food? You may have even gone hungry for a few weeks, or everybody's different, but if you look back, have you always had food to eat? Have you always had clothes to put on your back, right? So that realization, that gratitude, okay, is if you just put your faith in that, okay, base chakra. I am provided for in all ways. My physical, mental, and material needs are provided for at all times. Okay? If you just put your faith in that belief, that little seed of faith that you're planting in one area of life, right, will start to grow. And I'm telling you, as you start to walk down that path and you say, maybe I can accept love in my life, maybe I can accept this and still manifest and still have all the financial success, right? Once you start to just walk down that path a little bit, universe will continue to remind you of just how blessed you are, of just how much you really have. And every time that happens, your faith is going to be bolstered, and that is how you start to pick up and reassemble the new beliefs, okay, that are going to support you moving forward. The beliefs that say, yes, I can have it all. The new beliefs that are going to motivate you. The faith that is going to motivate you moving forward, okay? But you have to pick a larger goal, right? Guidance, 8 of Stones, finding something in your life, again, stones, material, physical, realm. Notice how this looks like almost like a Stonehenge, right? So finding something material in your life that is sacred to you, okay? That may be your work, all right? It may be, this is the same card. It may be just doing the work, just not even thinking and just getting to work and doing what you know how to do well, right? Creating bounty that you can reap later, all right? But while you're doing that, be planting the seeds of faith, okay? While you're working, be reminding yourself that you always have enough. Okay? You can use your work actually like as a little bit of therapy, um, in the way that while you're working, you start to ponder, you know, these new beliefs. I can have love and a successful career. I feel this passion. Let me just follow it and let me see what happens. I'm provided for in all ways, okay? Those types of affirmations, all right, are going to be really helpful for you. So you are at a crossroads, but it's all internal. Nothing bad is going, actually, externally, it's wonderful. It's financial. Internally, it's almost like you're afraid, of this love, whatever it is. But it's very, like the ram, okay? You're butting up against your own head. You're getting in your own way. You're being too headstrong about this whole situation. So take some time to just dream a little bit bigger about a future that contains both those possibilities, right? Not even just both of those, all the possibilities that you want. Because that's how you start to develop your higher purpose and understand it. And then, bam, what do you know? The inspiration and the motivation comes in, okay, to support you. Bam. This is the same card, Aries, that we got in your previous reading, okay? Crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Okay? Very, very clear. Don't even give a thought to this. All this is negative thoughts that your own negative thoughts that are making you feel bound, right? I don't think I can attain it. I don't think I can do it. All these thoughts that hold you back. Focus on what you want. What you want moving forward. You're feeling all this passion. You want passion in your life. Focus on it moving forward. With what? What was I just saying about faith? Focus on it with unwavering faith. I mean, does it get any clearer, Aries? You are the sign of I am. What you decide, what you set your sights on, you create without a doubt. You are, look, I mean, you're even the magician right now. You've been manifesting material wealth. We know that, okay? So now, with all this beautiful emotion bubbling up in you, focus on the passion. Focus on the positive emotions. And my God, twice, 4 of Cups, the divine literally just handing you positive emotions. The only thing getting in your way is your own stubbornness, okay? Your own headstrongness. Same thing. Your animal totem, salmon, determination. You know where you are going, and you will get there. Okay? Believe it, and it will happen. There is room for love and abundance in your life this month and always. Okay? So, I love you guys. You can check me out on Instagram and Facebook. I do a daily reading there. I am working on creating some more fun content for my Facebook, and I'm also working on some more content for this channel. Spiritual topics, different topics, this concept of purpose that I'm talking about, trauma, different psychological topics, different, if you're watching this, it's very likely that you're a pretty empathic or, spiritual person. And I'm going to be starting to create content that just shares what I've learned and what I've discovered along the way. I'm by no means a psychologist, but I do have a basic understanding, of the archetypes and human psychology, and I know what I've been through. So if I can share what I've been through and that can help just one person, I'm fulfilling my purpose, and there's nothing more I could ask for. And I'm so grateful for you guys for helping me fulfill that purpose. And it is my most sincere hope and desire to inspire you to do the same, whatever it looks like for you. So if you have any feedback, if you have an idea for a topic, I'm going to be doing videos as well. So if you have any feedback for that, I would love to hear it. You can send me an email. I'm also going to be launching my website soon, and I had a lot of demand. I did kind of like a free trial in June, July, and I had a lot of demand for it. So if you would like to be notified as to when you can purchase a reading, send me an email and just request that, and I'll put your name on the list. And I will send it out to everybody as soon as my site goes up so that you can go there and book it. Um, I ran into booking challenges throughout this trial just because I didn't expect so many people to respond. And I'm like so amazingly thrilled about that. And I have been working on a way to streamline the scheduling, but I'm hoping that I can kind of keep the wait times down. So, if you are interested in that and would like to look into a reading or just check out that additional content, let me know and I will notify you as soon as it's available. Um, as always, your likes, shares, comments, I read every comment. I love reading them. I love connecting with you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask away. I love all feedback, good, bad, and ugly, as long as you're polite, right? So, um, I think that's it. I'm looking forward to October. Just know that you can do it. Just give it a shot. You're feeling a lot of passion, just give it a shot, Aries. You're not going to lose anything in the process. Um, so, I love you guys, and I will see you in October.